Little Big Planet Karting. This is a game on the PlayStation 3 that we're going to be talking about today. But before we jump into it, if you do enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe button down below for more video game reviews. There's definitely more coming on the channel, and I hope that you are excited for them. But let's talk about Little Big Planet Karting for today. So, Little Big Planet Karting is obviously, like the name suggests, a karting game, starring everyone's favorite little crafted together character, Sackboy. And the whole point of this game is to play on a bunch of different crafted worlds and basically just race and finish levels and try to place in the top 3. And if you finish in the top 3, then you unlock the next race. Pretty simple, pretty cool, and the level design is really, really good. I was a little bit worried when I first started up this game and I saw how it looked, because when it first starts up and you see kind of like the starting area, I was just like, oh, this could be really boring if they don't do anything else other than this. You know, if everything just looks this plainly crafted. Like, the first level really just looks very cardboardy. I was just like, ugh, I hope they don't keep this up. And luckily they don't. Even though, like, yeah, it's still the whole craft designs in each level, obviously. The whole craft aesthetic. Nothing really looks like cardboard after the first, like, few levels. Everything is, like, super unique after that, and everything looks great. There's some great areas in this game. And I absolutely ended up loving a lot of the tracks. The early tracks, I think, are actually some of the best. And then as you get further on in this game, I think the track design actually becomes a little bit worse, and we'll get into that. But the beginning levels, I absolutely love. I love the racing on these levels. I love especially these Monster Island levels that you go to eventually, where it's just like these awesome beaches and everything like that, and you know, there's these little crafted monsters that are running around on the course that you have to kind of like dodge and watch out for. And the weapons in this game, the pickups that you get in this game, are a lot more effective in this game than they are in other games. Because if you get hit by one of the weapons in this game, like, it will just make your character pop. And it will actually make your character completely respawn. So it's not even just like a regular spin out. Your character actually explodes. So, kind of a different idea for a kart racing game. You don't see that too often. And if you are wondering, like, how does the crafting elements work, or how does the, like, collectible elements work for this game, since it's a Little Big Planet game, well, the collectible elements are still actually there. In the other Little Big Planet games, you go and you collect these little pods, and these pods give you customization options that you can use for different levels. You can use on your Sackboy to make your Sackboy unique and basically customize your Sackboy to look however you want. And those pods are still in this game too. They're on the racing levels. Basically, there's just a bunch of pods laying all over the racetrack, and you just have to try to collect them as you're racing. And it's actually pretty fun. I actually like that idea quite a bit. It was unique. It was different. I was just like, oh, cool, look at all these collectibles. It mixed two of my favorite things together. It mixed collectathons, which I love collectathon video games, and it mixed kart racing, and I love kart racing video games. And it took these two things, mixed them together, and it ended up working very, very well. And the shortcuts in this game, too, are done super well, because they're not always easy to get to, but when you do get to them, they do feel like they give you quite an advantage over the other racers. So that's also really, really cool. The only complaint I really have when it comes to the actual races themselves, when it comes to like the design of them and everything, is that the opponents that you're facing aren't very unique looking. All the opponents pretty much look the same. You have 3 that it says are like your teammates, even though you're battling each other. I never really understood that. It kind of acts like these 3 are supposed to be your friends, but then you're battling each other anyway, so it's just like, what's the point? And then it has 4 other ones that are also just like, they all look the same. And it's just like, okay, why, you know, make some interesting designs at least, you know, give me something unique for each character, instead of just, you know, random kind of plain looking copies of the same character. Like, give me some unique characters, but it doesn't really do that. The only unique characters you get are in the cutscenes it gives you, where you basically are just like getting your objective for each level. And your objective is usually just, you know, come in the top 3. There are some other missions other than just the races. There's actually a boss battle, which I hated. There's one boss battle that's really bad, where you're like on the back of a caterpillar and you're basically like shooting out the front of it to try and basically destroy a bigger caterpillar bug thing. And that mission sucked. I hated that one. But some of the other ones aren't too bad. I like some of the checkpoint levels. The checkpoint levels aren't too bad. There's some where you're actually just supposed to be like doing takedowns. Like, it's actually like demolition style ones. I guess you would call it like battle mode, like how you would see battle mode in Mario. There's a lot of battle mode missions, And I'll actually say the battle mode missions are probably my favorite part of this game. They are so much fun. I honestly have never been a big fan of battle mode in a lot of these kart racing games. Even the Mario battle mode, I've never been a huge fan of it. I used to play the battle mode on like DS, like you could link up with other people's DSs back in the day, and it was okay, but I was never a big fan of it, you know? But this battle mode is really, really good. This one, for some reason, like, it just connects with me better than any of the other battle modes from any other kart game. It's just so much more fun. The maps are so well designed for this. There's one where there's like two different like floating ships, and you can launch between the two ships to keep fighting each other, and you can keep ramping across and going onto the two different ships, and that's pretty cool. I really like that one. And there's just a lot of cool levels. There's one level that keeps changing as you're racing on it, as you're like battling on it. It will keep changing in different ways and kind of like make you have to like regroup and re-strategize how you are going to get the eliminations that you need. And the whole point of the battle mode is just to basically get as many hits on an opponent as you can before the 3 or 4 minutes runs out. And that's pretty much all it is. But it's so much fun. I loved it quite a bit. And you do get the whole like crafting with this game. You do get to craft your own levels, make your own levels. And whenever I started making levels, I was immediately making demolition levels because those were the most fun. Making racing levels isn't too bad either. And I'm not good at either of them, by the way. I'm not good at creating demolition levels, and I'm not good at creating racing levels. But I did like doing it, and I could see myself getting lost in that heavily and spending multiple hours just creating levels, because it is quite a bit of fun. And creating demolition levels and battle levels, those are really, really fun. I really enjoyed doing that. That was really cool to do. And it gives you quite a few different options to play with in terms of building your level, and that's really cool. Overall, this is a really good game. I understand why so many people love this game now. It is a really, really fun game. The only problem I have, other than the characters looking the same, the only other problem I would really have with this game is probably that the races later on have a little bit too much going on them. They start adding this grappling system later on, and the grappling system isn't really that great, and I wasn't a big fan of it. So I didn't really like that, but other than that, that's probably the only other complaint. This game's pretty well balanced. Like, it has some of the best balancing I've seen from a kart racing game, and that's really good. There's no, like, rubber banding or anything that I noticed or that I could tell. Like, it seems pretty fair for the most part, so didn't really have any problems with that either. You can do tricks in midair, and when you land, you'll get a little boost, and you can do drift boosting as well. I never figured out how to get the perfect boost off the starting line. I just never figured it out. So maybe if you know how to do the boost off the starting line, hey, leave it in the comments down below for people like me or for anyone else wanting to play this game who's trying to figure it out, because I have no idea how to do the boost off the starting line either. I never got it once. But you can still get boosts from drifting, and you can still get small speed boosts from doing tricks too. So that's just like pretty much every other kart racing game, and it works fine here just like it does in every other kart racing game. Overall, I think that this is a great game. I picked this game up for $10, and for $10, you cannot beat that. This is a phenomenal game for that price. One of the best kart racing games I've played. Probably the best kart racing game I've played on the PlayStation 3 so far. So if you have a PlayStation 3 and you're looking for a good one, I think that this is a pretty good one. Check it out. Has a lot of customization. You can customize your car completely too. Like, yeah, you can customize your Sackboy. I already talked about that, but you can customize your car as well. And you can give it monster truck wheels. You can make it a hovercraft. You can give it different body styles. You can give it different wheels. You can give it different seats and different steering wheels. And you can even give it different horns, and you can put stickers on it. And if you put a sticker on it and you save the vehicle, it'll actually save it so you can use that vehicle at any time. Even if you put the stickers on it, you can just save it, and it will even keep the stickers on it. So pretty cool. And you can even save whatever your Sackboy looks like, so you can have multiple different options saved, so you can just select whatever Sackboy option you have, like whatever saved characters you have, you can just select at any time in the menu and just play as whatever Sackboy you created. So that's pretty cool too. So I always like the option to be able to save my customization, save my customized characters, and save my customized vehicles. That's always a good thing. So yeah, I like this game quite a bit. You can go check it out for $10, 100% worth it if you can find it for that. And I definitely think that it is probably the best game on the PS3 when it comes to kart racing games I've played so far. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.